Welcome back to the Athos fucking podcast. Forgot I got that video coming in. All right. Welcome back to the Athos podcast. We have Guinea and Booze with us tonight. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Putting that dip in. Got that big old lip.
Yeah, sure.
Man,
Gotta start it off right.
I did the spit list one time, right? But I still spit. And then went to grab my McDonald's iced tea, took a big old swig.
Ooh.
Tell me why it was someone else's spit.
Someone else.
Dog, I threw up for the next hour. Dude,
That happens so many times.
It makes me want to fucking vomit just thinking about it.
Chewing is really big in my high school since the smoking was so hard to hide. So basically, like, everyone chewed.
So, Guinea, why don't you give us a little background on what your podcast is about?
Originally it kind of started off as a joke during quarantine, and I would just have my closer friends on. We would just talk about Chicago sports or in the world, and then as time went on, the podcast started to grow, and I started getting some recognition, and it's been a blessing ever since. So
yeah, shit's been popping off for you lately, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
So, who's your favorite up-and-coming athlete that you've interviewed so far?
Because I've built such a high-quality relationship with all of them, so it's kind of hard to say, and I hope this doesn't get back to any of them.
No, I mean, you gotta like a player's style, right? Like, not all players have the same style, so there's got to be someone that you prefer watching.
I gotta go with my boy. He's just got like the swag that you like to see in players, not just like outside of baseball, but like even in the game of baseball. And he's an incredible pitcher, up and coming. And I can't wait to see him in the pros. He's going to be playing in Minnesota with the Twins, so he's just he's got something, dude, that like it doesn't come around often. And talking to him, he's very. And he's like a super humble dude, man.
And who was this again? The mic
I can't wait
cut out though.
His name's Blow. He plays for the Minnesota Twins.
Did it cut out for everybody else again?
Yeah,
like right at the name.
Blake something.
Yeah, I don't hear the name.
Yeah.
Blaine Enlow.
There it goes. Okay, Blaine
Enlow.
All right. So that's someone.
Sounds good.
So that's someone we can keep an eye on. So when do you think this MLB lockout? Don't know the right word.
Let's lockout. You had it right.
Okay.
It's lockout.
So when do you guys think this is going to end? For the next upcoming season?
Kind of hard to say. It's like, I hope it doesn't dip past spring training. So we still have a little bit, to go. Well, now I guess it's kind of creeping up on us. It's almost March, April, around that time. Yeah. So, I just hope it doesn't. If it's going on continuing while spring training is going on, it could be a lockout up until first pitch, opening day.
That's a little rough.
I don't think it's going to go to that.
I had an inside source that gave me the impression that at the worst case scenario, we're going to miss like maybe the first week of spring training. We're looking at February to end of February. They should start to kind of be on the same page with players.
That's what's up.
Now they report in February to spring training, whether you're going to the Cactus League or I forget the other one. There's one in Florida, one in Arizona.
Yeah. Pitchers and catchers report middle of February, and then the rest of the team will report at the end of February towards the beginning of March, and then games start. I think March 9th.
Normally it is in March.
So eventually, where do you want to take your podcast? Like, how far up do you want to go? Do you want like almost like a Sports Center type of deal?
That's an answer because it's kind of been, like I said earlier, like a humbling experience just to be able to talk to these athletes on a regular basis. I think the progression and like the possibilities are endless. It's just a matter of time, and obviously like fight or within like the AAA affiliates and stuff like that, like that's very cool and everything. But like I want to start talking to guys that are playing every single major leagues, and I don't want to get to a podcast format where like it's and it's not as organic as it is right now. I want to continue down the path, but the growth side of things is always something that I tend to look at and my work ethic on. And to be honest, like I want this Guinea and Booze to still be the same old douchebag asking all these questions, but I want it to be on like a much larger scale.
Right. Very possible, because your shit blew up quick, man.
So you're saying you don't want it as formal as like a talk show, like ESPN type stuff like that? I mean,
You
if
want to be more
ESPN
free
wanted
with
to
it.
have Guinea and Booze as like on there, that would be crazy and an opportunity you couldn't pass up. But I get what you're saying about like the organic side of it. Like you want to keep it to where you kind of started it all.
You want to be able to have that freedom to do what you want with it,
Right.
not have any other guidelines set in front of you.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, it's ESPN is a stretch, Dom, and I think
Yeah,
that
I know.
I think eventually, like, I've had a lot of these athletes say
What up,
that
David?
they're most impressed about the fact that like it's such a laid back podcast and like they don't feel like they're being pressured by journalists. Because I'm not a fucking journalist. I got my degree in marketing, so it's like I was able to build this platform from the ground up, and to continuously just hear like, man, it was such a good time, like it not being a censored podcast, like I'm just sitting here ripping laws and vaping and drinking, like they just think it's just so comfortable, and they don't feel like they're being pressured to answer any questions about their statistics or anything like that, which I tend to not ask questions about their stats. But definitely turn down ESPN. And I know that sounds like a douchebag comment, but they would try to I've spoken to several companies about trying to sign my podcast, and it's like they want me to do this and they want me to say this, and like I can't do this. It's like fuck you.
Too
If
many
it's
rules.
not going to be if it's not going to be the organic podcast that I originated from, I don't want to go down that path. So if that answers your question.
Yeah, 100%. Like that freedom is just a nice thing to have. That way you don't have to really watch what you say.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to cuss. I come from a military background, so it's hard for me not to go less than 45 seconds throughout a podcast without fucking cussing. So it's just I can't go to those guidelines. I'd probably get kicked off that contract within minutes.
I feel that 100%.
It was trying to go the Pat McAfee route.
That would be awesome, actually.
He did.
That
He
would
did have.
be-
he
that
did
would
have
be
a lot
dope
of
as
money to
fuck.
start out with, though. So it's.
Well, I mean, they were letting Barstool just let him do his thing.
But I
That's
mean,
right.
just
Okay, that's
just
a
the
good comparison,
way
yeah.
that Guinea and Booze has I've seen it blown up. Just the amount of talent you have coming on your show, and the amount of viewers that come in, like as soon as your show starts. I'm just like, it wasn't like this when you first told me about it. Like, I got into the first time you told me about it, you had maybe like 5 to 10 viewers. Then the second time I got in it, it was like 28 viewers. So it seems to be growing for you like every podcast.
And I think the other hard part about it, which we've had a conversation in the past, is like my podcasts are all live on Instagram. So it's like some people aren't sitting on their phones trying to watch an IG live episode. But like the best part about it is I always have the playbacks, and I'm trying to get to the point where I have like a YouTube channel and I can get just the audio taken out and put it on like Spotify, which I'm in the works of. But I actually have some breakthroughs for the probably going to be my
Hey, Johnny, do you want to check your mic for me real quick?
Yeah.
It keeps cutting in and out a little bit.
slightly.
That better?
Yeah,
Should be better.
it should be.
Yeah. We'll
No, I
know
was
when you
just
talk the full sentence.
I have a tendency of too fast too, so let me slow down a little bit. I think that just coming from the fact that you're you went from 6 viewers to 28 viewers to 130, whatever it was. Like, I think the most viewings I had in a live was 168, which doesn't seem like a lot, but that's a lot of people staring at their phone watching a live interview on
Oh yeah,
Instagram.
definitely.
Yeah, just watching
like
some random dude just talk. Like, there's
right.
got to be something
And
that's keeping your audience.
yeah, and the best part about it is I'm able to share the whole interview on Instagram. But like I was saying, I want to get the YouTube channel up. I want to take the audio, which I'm working with a professional engineer as far as trying to take the audio and put it on Spotify and Apple's podcast
Right.
format. But I was trying to say that I have my biggest guest to date, which I can break here. He just texted me and said it was okay. I have Rookie of the Year, Jonathan India from the Cincinnati Reds, coming on Guinea and Booze, which is absolutely
No shit. Johnson India was a stud last year for Cincinnati Reds.
No, and like he
Fucking stud.
me, which is crazy, is like he reached out to me, watched your interview. It was with Aaron Whitfield, and he was like, "This is just incredible." And the fact that somebody said something about sports, which you can kind of get that vibe. I'm talking to the up and coming within organizations versus Barstool when they talk to Hall of Famers or guys that have been around the league for X amount of years. Like, I'm talking to the guys that we're going to be talking 6 years down the road, which puts me at an advantage versus Barstool. They're not talking to an Aaron Whitfield. They're not talking to a Blaine Enlow. I think they're lower A level affiliate baseball players and vice versa. So Jonathan India is going to be huge because he's played in the league all 162 games, and obviously he was the Rookie of the Year. So that's going to be
impressive.
Huge. But just the fact
that's
that
huge, man.
Yeah, that's going to be a big step for me. So
Hey, well, we hope big things for you, man.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, so a little background on Guinea and the Booze, or Guinea and Booze. I fucked that up big time.
All good.
Ain't the first time.
Nah, it probably won't be the last time I fuck it. I'm really bad with words.
Talking about 100, Sam gets nervous talking to 4.
Right? And it's the 4 people in here. All right, so we're going to jump to some sports questions now, boys, before we hit the old Athos podcast parlay. So in your guys' opinion, currently, what do you think is the most entertaining sport on TV?
Say football.
Shit.
I think football during football season, at least.
Yep. Just because of how it's only 16 games, 17 now, and I feel like just for viewing purposes, football is probably the most exciting, most engaging. I know hockey fans go crazy for some hockey though.
I'd have to
See, like,
agree that
fights break
football
out and
might
stuff.
be the most popular sport, but for me personally, I think the most exciting sport is MMA.
And I'm going to go with a dark horse, and I'm going to go along the lines of what Dom said. I love watching some fucking hockey. There's just something about those boys tearing each other up and like the
big
whole
beefy
fighting
boys.
aspect of it. It's just they get so underpaid and unappreciated, but these guys are literally knocking each other's teeth out for $1.3 million.
And they get back up and continue to play.
Yeah.
And if they were the NFL, they'd be done for the day.
Listen, Tom Wilson, 6'4",
Dude, fucking
220,
disgusting.
killed that guy last
Now,
time.
I will say something though. How the NFL is turning with like the penalties and the soft calls, that is making it a little bit less interesting.
You can
But
blame Brady.
How much money they have. Like, I can't believe how bad the referees are.
Yes, they're the officiating.
Like, I understand like the whole it's a human aspect, humans make mistakes and all that, but dude, it's
Some of these
really
calls
bad.
are
You got to admit a
inexcusable.
bad call. You can't just follow through with it just so you don't look wrong.
I mean, let's be real. There's less bullshit calls in hockey, and there's only 3 on the rink. There ain't you don't get that same bullshit. But no, I would say like entertaining wise, I would only like I agree again on like what Dom said, but I'm still sticking on hockey as well.
Hockey
The
does it
NA
for me too.
like
Well, in the end, it's
That's
really
what I'm
for
saying,
sport
dude. If
reference.
you love hockey, you love a good hockey game.
like
TV,
for
it doesn't
football,
matter.
it's easy to say because the season is so short in
Yep,
comparison. The games
exactly.
have more weight; they matter
Yep.
earlier on. Hockey, basketball, I mean, you can just eat it for the first half of the season and still make the playoffs.
Yeah,
I mean, what
exactly.
the Knicks were 500 and were the fourth seed last year.
But would you say the Super Bowl is at the same level as like the NBA Finals? You think they're equally as popular?
Oh,
That
absolutely
brings
not.
up another question.
It was already like pretty much proved that they're doing like 26
Oh
million
yeah.
playoff games
Oh
for
yeah.
the NFL. Everybody
Like,
watches the Super Bowl comparison to
right.
the NBA Finals or even the Stanley Cup Finals for what it's worth.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with
Like
that.
as far as viewership reasons, NFL has overtaken every sport, period. But I think eventually that's slowly gonna deteriorate.
So then, what would you guys consider a bigger accomplishment? Winning the Super Bowl or winning the World Series?
Probably the Super Bowl.
I don't know, man.
Biggest
You play a
accomplishment?
lot of
Oh,
fucking
man.
games to get to the World Series.
My thing is about the
Yeah, but
the
you play
World Series
less.
versus
You
Super
play
Bowl.
less games in the NFL, which is significantly decreases the odds.
I feel like you need more talent to win in 7 games versus, if you're in the Super Bowl, it's
But
like the two best teams. But if one of those teams has an
one
off
one and
day,
done though. With
then
baseball,
it's one and done.
you have like up to like what, a minimum of 4 games in a series. Because if you
Yeah.
get 4-0, then you're done. So if you
Right.
lose 3 games, you still have a chance to come back.
Right.
But
I think that's
NFL, you
more
lose, you're done.
impressive to win, in my opinion.
No,
I like
disagree.
those.
I disagree.
I like those comebacks from like the
No.
3-0.
Just, oh yeah, 3-0, and
If
they
you're
come
gonna-
back.
Yup.
And then Game 7 is just ridiculously hype, crazy hype.
If you're going to bring up the point about, NFL officiating and sometimes how it's bullshit, and I'm not the individual that's going to sit here and say the NFL is rigged, but I do sometimes find myself in responsibly gambling where it just doesn't make any fucking sense. And the other point is, like, 162 games is a long fucking season. And to be able to go into the postseason with injuries, without injuries, whatever it is, MLB officiating or umpiring is completely different than the NFL's rules, which there's obviously a lot more in the NFL versus the MLB. I just think on an analytical standpoint, the MLB is a much harder and obviously less recognized because the NFL is the most watched sport in the
Yeah.
United States. So, and to my point is the difference winning a World Series and winning a Super Bowl, you can't compare the two because they're two different sports. I don't think there's
That's a fair assessment.
I don't think you could sit here and be like, wow, it's more important to win a Super Bowl or it's more important to win a World Series. Like if you look at Atlanta this year, just the state of Georgia, they won the national championship, they won the World Series, and both those teams receive the same recognition from the fans and from the state of Georgia. So I think regardless of what sport it is, you're going to receive the same recognition.
I mean, I think of the Cleveland Browns or Detroit, they'd burn the entire state down.
Fuck yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah, no, I mean,
Maybe burning couches.
No, I mean,
It does
I think
vary
like,
from organization.
Like personally, like which one I would prefer more.
I think I would have to, me personally, I would have to go with the World Series because I feel like they put in a lot more effort and a lot more time into the sport to get to where they are.
Yes.
That's just my
Like
personal opinion.
Johnny said.
Because if you look at the NFL, it's either you make it to the NFL or you sit on a practice squad or you don't make it at all.
And there's a whole lot less Kurt Warners in the league nowadays. But everybody seems to find a quarterback that was in a tree stand somewhere. But
Yeah,
that's really when the injuries get bad enough.
In baseball, there's low A, there's high A, there's single A, there's double A, there's triple A, there's independent baseball, and then you have the major league. So it's like in the season, you're going to see guys get brought up due to injury. Like I'll give you a perfect example for the White Sox because I'm a big Sox fan. We brought up a Yerman Mercedes who nobody fucking heard of before in their entire life. He went off for about a month and a half, and then he couldn't hit a curveball. But like there's just something about these guys that you never ever hear of versus the NFL because it's a much more, compact roster. Even with the practice squad, you see guys get called up in the MLB and make it work for whatever time period it is, which takes a lot of talent, obviously in the front office, but from a managerial standpoint, to be able to sit there and assess a guy that only plays 46 games a year versus 162 and be like, this is the guy that we got to call up right now so we can make that playoff run.
It's a lot riding on that shit.
Yeah, I mean, hockey has a lot of the same aspect just due to being able to pull from their minor league affiliate. Like, they don't have the depth to roll people up into that. It's not nearly as deep as baseball is, but I mean, they still have the same kind of concepts. So you'll see a lot of teams right now where they keep track of the guys, like for the Capitals, just to keep it local, for example. They're going to have at least 200 man games missed, I think, already for guys that are hurt.
That's
So
wild.
they've been pulling a lot of guys from Hershey and shit like that.
I think hockey is the hardest organization to win a championship in because it's, like I said before, it's the most underpaid professional sport in all of sports. Even if you look at the MLS, like those guys are making more money than the guys that are playing in the NHL. And I think from a passionate standpoint, like hockey fans and hockey players that play at that professional level, there's just something about hoisting the Stanley Cup that just brings so much tradition and passion to that team and that city. Like when the Hawks went on that run for 3 years, 4 years in a row, like it was fucking nuts. Even 2016 when the Chicago Cubs won a World Series, the Blackhawks Stanley Cup parades had a much larger, and the Cubs didn't win for 106 years up until that point, and they would just shit on those numbers. Like hockey fans are fucking.
The Chicago Cubs parade was one of the largest human outings recorded. It was like top 20 of all time.
You knew the Cubs fan was going to speak up.
But the 2013 Stanley Cup for the Blackhawks was larger than that. Do the research.
No, you just saying you said it shitted on them. It was still a huge ordeal. But you know how the city was when the Cubs won it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
it was fucking massive.
How many have you gone to since 2010?
But the only reason the Blackhawks are different is because they had a dynasty. That's different. They, like you said, they won out of 3-4 years.
Yeah, their front office was a bunch of geniuses.
Yeah, and rapists, but we're not going to get into that.
Yeah, I was about to say. That was later uncovered.
Oh,
yeah,
well,
that happened right around that.
It was like 2010.
Didn't that?
Was like
wasn't it last year when all those stories came out?
So it came out beforehand, but then it started coming up. Everything came up again this year.
Yeah.
With that's why I think Coach Quenneville's no longer in Florida.
Fired almost immediately after that press release came out. And that's another thing is like when stuff's going on behind closed doors and players are trying to speak up and they're getting threatened about playtime, like that's unbelievable. Am I discrediting the Chicago Blackhawks organization from those Stanley Cups? No, but I'm just saying like you could have brought it up almost fucking 10 years ago.
Man, honestly, I think if it was brought up, and handled at the time appropriately, I don't think it would have affected their runs at the beginning anyways.
And hopefully they'll clean that shit up. But, yeah, it was unfortunate. Very sad time for the Chicago Blackhawks.
The 2013 Stanley Cup memorable parade drew in 2.1 million people. The 2016 Chicago Cubs parade drew in 5.3 million people. Here's your research.
Semantics.
You know the Cubs fan was going to come in with the facts.
Fuck
you had to.
Gotta hold on to the one thing in his lifetime.
Enjoy it.
Hey, I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I live to see it.
So would you guys rather get paid like a shit ton of money to like play on like the last place team in the league, or would you rather get paid like, just below par to go play on like some excellent team that you might not even have a chance to play for?
I'd rather make a shit ton of money playing for a low tier team.
100%.
Definitely.
A lot more money, a lot more play.
I mean, if you're
That's
talking
all you
about
need,
like
right?
making less money to play on like a top team and not be a rotational.
Right. Exactly.
100%. I would take the shit dick team with a shit ton of money, and I would try to show out every game.
Well, dang it, if you
I mean,
show
look at
out
Mike
on a
Trout.
shit team, once free agency comes
It's
up,
like the
you know,
biggest
there's gonna be
example.
people
Look at Mike
calling.
Trout.
Yeah, but you're also that
Nothing
city's
is-
guy.
That is
Like
true.
you're
Right,
that
that's what I'm saying. You're
fucking king.
$300 million contract. You're the like face of the franchise, but 0 playoff wins. I'm pretty sure they were in a wild card game not that long ago and they lost.
It's all about
Look at
personality.
I'm
Matt.
sure
Look
Mike
at
doesn't
Matt.
care.
Look at Matt Stafford. All the years
Yeah,
he played in Detroit.
exactly.
He was their fucking guy.
But that now you laugh at the Lions franchise.
Mhm.
I'd definitely be that guy and get my money, get out of there.
I don't know. If they continue to offer me money or more money, I might just ride out my whole career there with no like playoff wins.
Ride
nothing.
it out.
Yeah,
I'm
dog.
done and I'm set for life. Like
Just
then I'll
set for life.
from the
Not have to
game.
worry about
Yeah.
nothing.
Exactly.
There's players that do it.
Yeah. Hey,
Didn't
more power to
Megatron-
them. To be able to
They're like,
sit on the
Megatron did
bench
that.
and just collect a
Well, yeah.
check.
Yeah. Megatron retired, I'd say pretty early.
I mean, too early. He was getting the shit beat out of him. Imagine being the only fucking threat they had.
Literally the only threat. And he was still dogging those guys.
Oh yeah, if they actually built a team around Stafford and Megatron, they had the potential to be dangerous.
So would you guys rather play a game to where your whole team had to put everything into this game to win? Like the team you're placing is like 100% your skill level. It's evenly matched. Would you rather win out in that or play against some shit team and just dog show them?
Wait, what?
So would you
Wait,
rather
what is
play
the
against a
question
team that
Would you
has
rather
the
lose
same
against a
level?
good team or
No, not lose.
destroy-
Have a good game against a team that is equal your level to where it be close enough to where you win by like maybe a field goal or a 3-point, whatever sport it may be in. Or would you rather just destroy a team completely?
Like the hard fought win would be better.
Yeah,
I have to agree on that.
Like it was fun, like when even playing at like the youth level where you just would shed a team.
Yeah.
But no, like those closer, anybody can win it down to the the last minute kind of games were more fun.
Like Sam, you brought it up. How dope is hitting a walk-off home run in the bottom of the
Bro,
ninth
I'm saying-
at your home stadium?
I'm saying that's
whole 40,000 people standing. Like, yeah, come on. You're
That's
around
what
the
I'm saying,
bases. You
yeah.
got all the glory on you. Instead of wiping a team 10-0 and in the 8th inning, they'll half the stadium's just empty because you're just dogging this fucking team. Oh, nice echo.
yeah. I don't know where that came from, but
I don't know where that came from.
yeah, you up? They can hear you.
Well, I know they can hear me. I'm wondering if the stream
No,
can
the
hear
stream
me.
can hear you.
Fucker. I'll be right back.
I feel like that's the same one.
I feel like that's the same one I just said.
Oh,
Bro, you put that list in there like 3 times.
Dude, I don't know what happened. Like my phone had a conniption fit.
That's coming through. Is that coming through Guinea's head? Like,
hold on, let's see.
Nah,
if we
you're
talk
good.
again, then you'll hear some like whoever's mic bleeps. I don't hear that go anymore.
I think it's just no. I think it's fine.
yeah, it's fine now.
Yeah.
It's all good.
All right, we ran through those questions pretty quick tonight, boys. I think there was only like 6 of them.
Man, you really put in the effort this week.
Well, I planned to spend more time interviewing old Johnny over here, but I just lost my train of thought halfway through and forgot the questions. So if anybody's got any questions about his podcast, feel free, speak up.
I came in late, and I'm gonna be honest, I've actually never watched it.
It's actually quite entertaining. Like he's had
I heard
quite
about
a
it.
few.
I heard about it when you first mentioned it, Sam, and then I was like, all right, I'm gonna check this out. And then it's just one of those things that kind of just went in one ear out the other.
Right. It's something that's definitely gonna. I feel like it's gonna pick up a lot of speed if he keeps going with it.
Oh, I mean, it sounds like it is so far.
Yeah, I'm honestly excited for his future in the podcast because for us this is just like a fun thing we do on Friday night just with our friends.
Booling.
Bulling, no pap. All right, let's go ahead and jump on over to the Athos podcast parlay.
Jesus.
Isn't Danny the one that usually has the bet list up?
Yeah, he'll bring it up as soon as he comes back in here.
Perfect.
But honestly, I'm excited for some baseball to come back on. Give me a sport that I can actually bet in.
Yeah.
Because dog, I've tried NHL, shit on. Tried
I'm
NBA,
betting on
shit
football
on.
now.
Don't do MMA, don't do fucking boxing because I fucking suck every time.
You've hit on your soccer
No,
bets?
Sam
I hit on
hit
soccer.
Soccer and then football. He hit like a couple hockey games, but back for fucking however many, and then boxing was like 1 for fucking 4.
You follow the NBA heavy, Sam, or no?
Not so
No, he was
much.
just
Just
like-
when it
he
comes
was
down
just
to
like,
crunch
fuck
time
it.
and I've got to bet on it.
Wait, I'm trying to remember. Let me,
Not like the worst time to pay attention to it is when he pays attention
Yeah.
to it.
And I'm
yeah,
usually
let me look
wrong.
up. He was like, oh fuck it. The Hawks are gonna smoke the Knicks.
Literally the week before, I bet on the Hawks and lost.
Bad call on my part, you know. I just can't wait for baseball to come back on.
You need to go back to soccer, dog.
Dude, doesn't really matter. Somehow Chelsea lost to Brighton. So.
Bro, soccer's getting a little fucky to bet on now too, and it's starting to baffle me. Because I had the past 2 soccer bets I placed were fucking pretty much guaranteed the way I was looking at it, and then they weren't.
Well, so the problem is that the games are ending in draws, but you also have right now where it's like for EPL teams, anybody in La Liga, anybody that's like big is playing through either League Cups or Champions League, Europa, all those qualify or all those like I don't think they might be they're to the round of 16, but they're just getting to the point of the season where they're playing so many games. So you're starting to see a lot of the B roster roll in there.
Dude, I don't even know where I want to take my bet this week. I guess I'll bring up the sport book.
Johnny, is your mic working all right or no? No. I
Nah.
can't hear you. Damn. I don't know what the hell's going on.
It'll come back. Yeah. Brought it up just until you came back.
You're good. Keep it up.
All right, so who wants to make the first bet tonight?
Oh, I'm taking Charlotte over Oklahoma City. I'm kidding, obviously.
Wait, why wouldn't you?
Because they're a minus 2,500 favorite. We got $25 to win $1.
Look at the Lakers Magic. Look at the money line for that. The Magic's the worst team in the league.
LA sucks this year too.
I know LA has been bad this year.
Dog, I heard the players on LA were catching a bunch of fucking shit.
I mean, they benched
Russell
Westbrook's
Westbrook's been
for the last
terrible.
3 minutes and 20-some seconds.
Because he's playing garbage.
Yeah.
Yep.
They were talking about what are the options with his $44 million with a 1-year option contract.
No one's gonna take that shit.
Nah, they're talking about them trading him to the fucking Rockets for John Wall. So literally a guy that does one thing trading for another guy who does a very similar thing.
And Russell's already played for Houston.
That was
They didn't like it.
That was the whole joke. Was that? But apparently we're holding on to that bad boy. Oh, Sam.
Lakers
Yeah,
get
Danny, you're gonna have
lucky.
to stream it because every time I click off of it, it fucking closes out the video for on Discord.
I forgot to ask you guys.
Oh.
How do you feel about the potential proposed locations for the fucking Washington football team stadium?
You're talking about fucking Manassas, or what was it? There were a couple
They're
cities.
talking. There's a couple
Prince
like
William.
rumored. What the senator from Virginia mentioned that he talked to the Snyder family about Prince William County And then obviously Loudoun County's been like a major talk area.
I could understand Loudoun, but I think it would fuck Prince William County up, depending on where they put it.
Bro, I'm moving if they put a stadium in Prince William County. I'm moving.
Is that where you guys are at?
We're right
Yeah,
outside
bro,
Prince
that's
William.
where I
it's
work.
close enough.
Yeah. If they shot off fireworks, we might be able to see it, depending on where they put it in Prince William.
Nah, like
Yeah.
where's your standpoint with like other fans on keeping because right now obviously the stadium is in Maryland. No, do you agree with the portion of people who are like it needs to be back in DC?
100%. DC or Northern Virginia. Can't be in fucking Maryland though. Like I don't
But
agree with that.
But it's only been in two places, and that's DC and Maryland.
I still think it's funny that the only reason the Cowboys are a fucking team is because they took the trademark for the Washington football team fight song, and then threatened not to give it back to them if they didn't let the Dallas Cowboys become a team.
Yeah.
Well, I guess old Johnny Smokes had to roll out for the night. Well, we appreciated him coming on tonight. Got a little background info on his podcast.
Definitely go check them out.
Yeah, he does probably about 3 or 4 podcasts a week. He's on Instagram, GunieaandBooze.
Did he say he had to go or something?
Well, his mic stopped
I don't-
working, and then I think he was
Yeah,
having
his
some
mic
technical
stopped working.
difficulties, and I think he just backed
Yeah,
out to
you
try and
licked
figure
that,
it
Danny.
out.
Fuck you, Staker. I ain't ate since last night at this time. Eat my dick.
Whoa.
Fuck, couldn't even leave the site because I couldn't. If I left, I wouldn't be able to get back up. Which doesn't make a difference now because we left that bitch with no security.
That's the only other option. If the maglock was fucked, there was no way to actually make it work.
Yep.
So was it the solenoid in the maglock?
Don't know. The locksmith didn't find out anything. He came there and fucking took the plugs out the bottom, screwed it up to where it was tight, put Loctite on the fucking screws, and said, "See y'all later." Because there was nothing he could do about it. He was like, "Is there power?" Because he didn't have his fucking boat
Yeah.
either.
Jesus
God,
Christ.
everybody in here is fucking worst fucking electronic security technicians in the world.
I am not a security tech. I am a data technician.
Do you have a
Well,
DCJS?
No,
Where's
I
the
don't.
Justification
Oh,
in those
wow.
accusations.
Yeah, our company doesn't have one, dog. What do you
Wow.
mean?
You guys didn't install the maglock though, so that's not your problem.
Yeah, no, we didn't touch the maglock. The
Yeah,
maglock
yeah,
was
yeah.
on one of those glass doors with the stainless steel framing, and literally all we did was go up there with double stick tape and fucking stick a door contact on it. But then when everybody rolled out, our maglock dropped magically, and then wouldn't work the rest of the day. So
Trying to bring up the sports book, bruh.
I thought I just had it up. Oh no, that was yours. Closed.
So did anyone notice that fucking comment in the chat, like at the beginning of the podcast? What you know about rolling down in the deep when your brain goes numb?
Yeah,
Who
it's
is that?
fucking
Yes.
Oh, he's back just in time.
it's that song by whatever the fuck his name
Oh,
is.
that TikTok
What you
song?
know about rolling down in the deep? Yes, that song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone
that's
just
the
came
one.
in here, commented that, and rolled out.
You say that that TikTok song?
Yeah.
That thing's got
I know it's
Let me see
popular
what-
now, but it started out as a TikTok song.
I don't think it started off as a TikTok song. That's why it got
That's
popular.
the first place I
time
heard
I
it.
heard it. Well, I mean, it didn't start
I've
off
heard
as that, but people used it in the TikToks, and that's what made it big.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how it got popular. But I think that thing has a silly amount of views.
Just like the Island Boys.
They're a fucking joke.
The Island Boys. Look,
Absolute fucking joke.
Yeah.
I don't know how people take them seriously after the one video of the girl beating the shit out of him.
Why? He's thugging.
Dude, that song.
He ain't thugging too much.
Dude, that song "Astronaut in the Ocean" has almost 280 million.
Yeah, I will.
views.
That song goes hard as fuck, though.
I bet you it did not have 280 million views prior to someone using it on a TikTok.
I bet you they
100%.
name it. Is it a music video, DJ?
Hmm?
Is it a music video?
Yeah.
With all the views?
Yeah, it's the one that's on the artist's YouTube.
Yeah, they probably didn't put that out till after the TikTok fucking blew it up.
Maybe. I mean, it said it premiered in 2020.
Because like a lot of artists will put out a fucking song and it won't get big for a while, and then randomly they'll do a music video to it because it got big.
Somebody probably heard it because it was like new spot, like the new artist spotlight on Fridays on Spotify. They're like, yeah, this shit slaps. All right. So
There he is. You hear me, Johnny?
Johnny, fuck! I knew that was gonna happen.
Alrighty.
Man, I don't want to lose this week.
We feeling basketball to start?
Well, this is just I'm just scrolling through the games, letting everybody see what they are.
Take
Make a bold prediction here. Go ahead, Fox.
I'll take the money line of Green Bay over San Francisco.
Why is his shit muted?
I think he's trying to figure out his mic
He's
situation.
having a hard time with his mic, yeah.
The Detroit Pistons are going to be a playoff team in 3 years.
Possible. You know who's probably not going to be a playoff team in 3 years?
Wizards.
The Knicks.
Oh yeah, dog.
Did you see
Oh.
the points their starters were putting up?
Oh,
think it
I
was
heard
last
something
night.
from old Johnny.
4 points, 6
Your
points.
camera's not working.
Voice coming in pretty good.
There we
you
go.
are.
All right. Sorry about that, boys. I don't know what the fuck was going on.
It happens, dude. I've had to stop a podcast and re-fucking start it because I fucked up the audio.
And there's times where he
What are you-
hasn't restarted it, and like half the podcast has no audio.
Yeah. Those don't make it to
This is
YouTube.
true.
You know what? I'll go first tonight. I think I'm going to take Man United over West Ham. Money line.
Respectable.
I might watch some soccer tomorrow morning. Some European football.
I'll take the Bengals over Tennessee.
Wow.
Fuck.
Wow. With Derrick
Yep.
Henry back?
No, so
Yep.
there goes my other one because I'm not going to fade him on fucking parlay.
Oh, you were going to bet on the Titans? That's fine. I'll change it.
No, you're
Yours,
good.
man.
You're good. I
I
got
get
something
it.
else though. You're good. I got a backup. You're good. No, I'm not being the reason why.
I'm not trying to like, come
Gonna
at
be
the
a
Titans,
really-
but I
that's
think
gonna be a
the
really-
Bengals are baller.
I want to bet
Joe
on
Burrow's
the
that
Bulls,
guy.
but Lonzo
Nah,
Ball's
that was-
out now. Sadly.
That was
And
the,
Zach Levine's out too.
Yeah, I'm not
No.
betting on the Bulls. Fuck them. Sorry.
No,
guys.
I was gonna go with Tennessee. Like I've been looking at it for most of the week, but based on how if Burrows can keep it going, that's
Dude,
a-
and Chase is
that's
a beast.
That's the Tennessee's like their defense is kind of weak, so I feel like Burrows is gonna throw all day.
He's gonna come out there with them fucking sunglasses on.
Ace is going to go off again. and
Sunglasses
Burrow-
and just
I
throw it
don't-
all over him.
I don't know. As of right now, and all week, the Bengals have been the underdog on that game. But it's
Yeah.
also saying the same way.
Yeah.
across the
Mic issue
Bills,
again, Guinea.
The Bills blew the doors off of who they
Oof.
played, the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they play what? Kansas City?
Yeah, that's what I'm
Kansas
saying.
City.
Like, they
That's
had,
I hope Bills pull it out. I hope Bills pull
No,
it out.
I like the Bills. I like Josh Allen.
So wait, I'll bring this up after this because this is something. But I don't know. I think it was me, Fox, Sam, and DJ that did it. But
ooh, I'm actually in their bets about a interesting I was like watching today. Danny, where are you going?
I don't know. I'm wondering why they're already planning games. Unless wait, yeah, I don't. What?
What?
I'm confused
Oh, like,
because
why
all
do
these
they
teams
have-
have.
why
like,
do
They already predicted the next round of the playoffs.
No. San Francisco has odds against any possible opponent. I think it's just pre-built, just accidentally.
Oh, got you.
'Cause-
Got you.
Yeah, because that's essentially saying
They're from the future.
that's saying. Wait, is that? Let's say January 30th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, those are all the possible matchups for the divisional round.
Okay, so it continues to go and it just fills out a matchup for each possible team.
Yeah, why it's there, I have no idea because it shouldn't be.
Don't know.
mean,
Alrighty.
yeah.
I don't know where I'm going yet, so I'll go ahead and pass to either Sam or Johnny Smokes.
I'm already in.
Then Johnny Smokes.
We're just doing a parlay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A parlay for NFL football divisional round this weekend. And I'm going to take the over 47.5 for the Bengals Titans. I think it's going to be a shootout. I think Tannehill and Burrow are about to throw for 3+ touchdowns apiece. In the 49ers, I'm going to take the Packers -5. The Rams,
So this is in your
Bucks,
personal parlay?
the personal parlay.
Gotcha.
I've actually already parlayed it. For the Rams Bucks, I'm taking the Bucks -3. I just don't see the Rams or anybody beating Tom Brady in the playoffs. He's a different animal. And you could say, well, you know, the Rams are hot, but
Heineke almost did.
He's going to be hot. Yeah, he almost
Almost
did.
completely
So we'll-
different than actual. You can almost all
I
day
don't
long.
think Taylor Heineke was gonna win. Like, was close to winning that game. I think the defense was close to letting that one slip away.
The defense did let it slip away.
Oh yeah, that was.
Oh,
that
Washington's
was when,
defense. Gotcha.
No,
Yeah,
Tampa Bay's
defense. Yeah.
I'm talking about last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
when they still won. But you want to throw one in on our parlay this week? Big fuck, Johnny Smokes.
So let's see. I was out for a little bit, so I couldn't hear. I don't know.
So you got Dom took the money line on Cincinnati over Tennessee, and then old Sammy over here took Manchester United over West Ham.
Yep.
Is that what it was?
Yes, sir.
So
I had money line Green Bay over San Francisco.
There we go.
you know what? Such a hockey connoisseur. I'm gonna hockey game in on there.
Done hockey in a minute.
The Lightning have been so hot right now, and I don't see them losing for a little while. So I'm going to take the Lightning money line over the San Jose Sharks.
Wait, when did they play?
The Sharks.
You said the Lightning? They play Anaheim tonight.
I don't think it's.
Oh,
tonight.
it's for tonight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you don't have to
Anything-
do it
sorry,
tonight. It
anything
just didn't
between
load up
now and-
the rest of them, so my
Oh,
fault.
okay. For tonight, I'm going to go with
Oh, it doesn't have to
Yeah,
be
you're
tonight.
good.
Dude.
It
It's
could
really
just, like-
anything from
Yeah.
pretty much this week coming forward.
That was my fault. My screen's not loading up all the way.
So yeah, if you want
You have to
the,
hit more at the bottom, and it still doesn't bring them all up.
you said it was Lightning over.
Jose.
All right.
Should be a good game.
Let's see. Or if I can even pull that game. Danny,
I
for
wonder
you-
why they're
when
keeping
you- For
NHL
you, when you
strictly
look,
to.
does it stop and it does strictly like?
It only does tonight's.
That's so weird.
It's
I
never
was
been
making
like
sure
that
it wasn't
before.
me.
I'll throw something in for tonight. I'm going to take it's going to be men's basketball for NCAA. I'm going to take Wisconsin's money line over Michigan State.
I like it.
Bad boys over in Wisconsin.
Where's NCAA? Where is it at?
And that's on the popular NCAA B.
Huh?
That's the only one that pops up for me is
So Wisconsin
NCAA
won line over
B.
Michigan
Be
State.
popular. Gotcha.
When you said you were going to put something on hockey, I was expecting Colorado.
And that's an easy pick. I like going with something that's a little bit more even match, just because it makes watching the game more fun.
He likes a little sweat in it. I got it.
Sweat over bets, dude. So I'm going to the Titans Bengals game tomorrow.
Lucky.
I'm actually gonna. I think I'm gonna parlay the over in the Bengals money line, just so I can sit there and sweat my fucking ass off because it's gonna be cold as dick. So
I'm stay
yeah, I'm
warm
excited
somehow,
about
bro.
that. Exactly. I fuck around and take Burrows over on his touchdowns. I think it's at 2.5.
I'm stuck between the Bills and the Chiefs right now.
That's gonna be a really close match.
Yeah.
I think the Bills are gonna pull it off.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Prefer.
You think they're gonna go to Kansas City and beat Kansas City?
I think so.
I think
Yes.
their defense is playing really hot right now.
I think
I
Kansas
would
City's
think
going to
so.
flop.
All right. Well, since everybody agreed on it, that's what we're taking. We're taking the Buffalo Bills over the fucking.
Danny's like, so you
goddamn
can't blame me when the
Chiefs.
Chiefs steamroll the Bills 31-10.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm going to shit
No, but
myself
we-
if that's the actual score.
But we can blame you when Tennessee Fucking Woodshed, Cincinnati.
No way. No way.
You're crazy.
No way.
It's gonna be
You're
so
crazy,
funny because
bro.
I'm wearing a Bengals jersey. I'm wearing a Burrow jersey tomorrow just to fuck with the
Atta
fans.
boy.
I'll try to.
Atta boy.
I'll
That's
try
gonna
to
hop on the
over-
next
I'll try
podcast.
to overnight you in Eddie George, Tennessee jersey.
Eddie George.
say,
dog.
say-
You
say-
talk about a power bag.
Eddie George,
Oh,
dog.
man. Absolutely.
Derrick Henry, dog. So is that it, DJ? You got your bet up?
Let's see. You said Bills over Chiefs. Money
Yes,
line?
sir.
Moist.
Hey Dom,
What's up?
first touchdown scorer plus 850. I might have to dabble some money on that.
Who are you gonna give it to?
Oh, I know who you want to give it to.
Yeah, so you guys,
Jamar Chase.
Yeah, Jamar Chase. That's
I'll
like kind of
send
the more
I'll send
obvious choice.
Well, my
this
thing is, I wouldn't do because in the playoff game they had, didn't he have like 135 yards and no touchdowns?
yeah,
He had a touchdown, didn't he?
No, I think he only had 135 yards. The thing I saw, like he had a good day, but he just didn't get in the end zone.
Let's see.
the game up, huh? It's tough.
Well, you know Jamar Chase. You know he's gonna get like 10 targets at
Oh yeah, he's
least.
gonna get looks left. And
Yeah,
right.
he's gonna get
He
the
did
ball.
not. He's right. He didn't have a touchdown.
But how many? What do you have? 9 for 135?
I think it was 10. I'm not sure.
So-
100%, though.
And
Exactly,
for
I mean-
9 for 116.
Yeah, 9 for 116. I mean, he's
That's
getting.
not bad.
30 yards.
Like,
No,
honestly,
that's not
it's
bad. Not at all. He's getting at least 12 to 14 targets guaranteed against the Titans. Guaranteed.
Johnny, who's your Super Bowl pick? Super Bowl picks. The team's making it.
Making it.
Bills, Bucks.
Unfortunately, I really like the Bengals tomorrow. I think they're going to sneak past the Titans and break everybody's hearts in Nashville. I think my
Virginia.
dark horse is the Niners might sneak past the Packers, dude. I don't know. Debo
I hope
Sanders,
so.
he's just a fucking dog. Like, I'd love to see him just get heartbroken in fucking Lambeau. And then I love the Bucks. I think the Bucks are going to steamroll the Rams. And I think the Bills are going to beat the Chiefs. And then I think it's going to come down to Bills-Bucks.
What you mean? I want to see Tom Brady cry.
All right. So
I want to see him break history. No one will ever touch it.
To be realistic, I just
Ever.
don't see anybody beating the Bucks. So I think it's going to be Bucks, and I'm going to go Buck Bengals Super Bowl. And I know a lot of people are going to give me some backlash on that, but I
Wow.
really, really, really like Cincinnati right now, dude. They're fucking hot.
If they can
mean,
hold Derrick Henry to 100, they'll have a shot. That's gonna be tough.
No, if
but
that man breaks
it's
over
gonna be
100,
tough.
they're
Yeah,
they're probably
then-
going to lose.
Yeah, because
Because
that's
literally,
Henry also got
Tannehill's
thrown.
not that good of a quarterback. The only reason
No,
he
he's
can
not.
make good throws
He's
is if
not.
they're running the ball.
Exactly.
And he
Henry's
has
still not
AJ
healthy.
Brown
He's-
jumping up, catching everything in his like vicinity.
Yeah, if his fucking 6'5" wingspan.
got 1,000 pounds of metal in his foot. Like he's not healthy whatsoever. So if he has any sort of bad game, I think the Bengals win that ball game, no doubt.
yeah, I mean, I know they said
That's a good point.
for practice wise, he's handled contact well, but I mean that's not really any inclination. On
Yeah,
Then
his
you
part.
got Geno
okay.
Atkins on the
Time out,
Bengals
time out.
D
They
line.
said he handled practice well. With
Yeah.
he handled contact and practice well. They don't do contact practices during the season.
This is
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
whatever they're talking about. They said that he handled well. So
He's
that's
running
why I
through the guys
say-
holding the pads good.
That's
Yeah,
why
right.
I say I don't take whatever pre-week workout that they had for him. I don't take it that seriously.
And
Take
look
the
at,
under on
the whole-
Henry's rushing yards.
He's such a fucking natural beast. It's hard to bring him down
Thing
at full
is-
strength. You'll know when he's not 100% or not.
The thing is like, say he does break an 80-yard run. Odds are in that 80-yard run, he's gonna start limping.
Maybe he might just be a complete freak and just keep on running.
Unless he's
Or
like
he'll-
Adrian Peterson, who just fucking runs through knee surgeries like it's fucking nothing.
Or
I mean,
he'll run for
what's his
160
rushing
yards
yards
and
at
2
right now?
tutties.
His
What's
rushing yards?
Over under on
Cincinnati's
rushing yards.
run
Under on
defense? Were they
rushing
any
yards.
good this year?
I think they're average. I think they're middle of the line.
Yeah, they're middle of the pack. They're not crazy because
So-
they don't have any like real crazy playmakers on their team or big name guys on their fucking team on the defensive side.
Is Geno Atkins is the only one I can really name, and Jesse Bates. That's literally it.
I mean, I don't even think Perfect is fucking playing for them anymore.
I forgot about Perfect.
Was he even playing?
Yo, so Henry's at over 80.5 yards for the over-under on rushing. I think you dabble on the under. He's fucking hurt, dude.
Because
Yeah, but he's gonna get what 20 carries? Come on.
You gotta look up
mean,
and see. That's if they do that. Because
Yeah.
the team knows he's coming off a fucking foot surgery. He's probably not gonna get the carries he usually gets.
They're probably
Or they're gonna feed him the ball. You don't
yeah,
know.
they're just gonna feed the fuck out of him.
You don't know. I mean, it's
But
fucking
then-
Derrick
Oh, if
Henry.
they
We're
come out
talking
and
about
get
here.
the fuck out of him.
My
That-
whole point though is that he's not he wasn't really a first half fucking he wasn't getting production or like he was just getting a shit ton of runs, and then second half is when he's breaking off these fucking
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the
Once
way
they're
it works.
tired,
Like
you
literally,
just
you
pound it, yeah.
run, you keep
You
running,
warm up.
running the ball.
Yeah, so I mean, it's even if he does do poorly in the first half, that's literally no different than when he was actually healthy. So it's not going to be
Right, you're still gonna be worried about him. You still got to count him into the game plan, 100%.
So is
I
the
don't know
parlay
about
done?
y'all, but Derrick Henry did a damn good job keeping my fantasy season alive. I don't have to pay no money or send money to nobody.
He was gone week 8.
That's fine. That's all I needed. A weather?
See what the weather's like tomorrow in good old Nashville, Tennessee. Because I'm gonna be.
That's true.
motherfucker, and I
That is
think
a big difference.
Yeah, when it's cold and
Especially-
metal.
Alright,
like,
hold on.
Especially just coming off an injury.
With temperature hovering around 38 degrees at the 3:30 p.m. Central Time kickoff. Temperature will be
Is it
dropping
sunny?
throughout the game. It doesn't say.
Wait, are they the
Okay.
3:30
Oh,
game or the
yeah, it's
7
gonna be
o'clock
sunny.
game?
It's gonna be sunny. Johnny.
They're the 4:30 game for us, but yeah,
Four-
3:30.
Yeah, it'll be
Okay.
sunny, but it'll be 38 when the game starts, and then it'll drop. They said the forecast, the wind chill at 27 degrees by 7 p.m. Saturday.
Love that under. I'm making that.
Dude,
bet
it's a
right
dope
now.
ass stadium, Nissan
I-
Stadium too.
Taking under. I'm taking under 80.5 yards for Derrick Henry tomorrow. He's gonna get stuffed at the fucking line.
DJ is loving this. He's like, yeah, talk that shit.
No,
Tennessee gonna roll.
I mean, it's because it's not really the fact of like talking shit about it while he's healthy. It's being realistic when it coming back.
No, you're right. Yeah.
Injury.
I'm just being a numbers guy, guys. You know, when I make bets, it's not about favoritism unless I'm gambling on the Chicago Bears. But this is, I mean, the guy is coming off of how many weeks of rest?
So he left week 8.
9 weeks.
Yeah.
Well,
10 weeks. 10 weeks.
So it was
Second week of playoffs.
It was 9 weeks. So I guess it was 9 weeks including the bye. Is that what you were saying? Because it would be
So-
He's talking plus the first round of the playoffs. That would count
So-
as a whole nother week.
so it would be 11.
Yeah. With
You-
the bye. Yep,
you-
11.
And I hate to say this, but come off of buys traditionally in the NFL struggle like I forget your name. I'm sorry. Winter. In the first half, you know, the comment about Derrick Henry struggling in the first half, if he has any type of pain in the first half, I feel like as that coaching staff, I'm taking him out of the game, right?
Yeah,
So
they
if
would
he-
pull him.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So if you see one play where he's limping off the field, that under
That's
already
it.
fucking hit.
That's it.
And I'm
Yep.
excited as fuck to be sitting there screaming and sending you screenshots. Like, I fucking told you, motherfuckers, this guy is not going to rush over 80 yards.
We will also go ahead and be realistic. The last time that Tennessee was the number 1 seed, they lost in their first playoff game to the Ravens.
The Ravens. No.
Like,
Also
it's
Patriots.
not, and granted, they're home, which is a benefit, but Titans are one of the lower franchises as far as receiving, like, getting fans to the stadium. Like, I'll send you videos. I guarantee you it's not going to be any. I don't know how many playoff games you guys have been to professionally. If you went to any of the playoff games for the Cubs or the Blackhawks in the last couple of years, but it's going to be quiet in there. And you might be like, oh, no, it's not going to be fucking quiet. No, it's going to be fucking quiet.
Compared to other
And I can
stadiums,
show
it's
you-
gonna be quiet for sure.
Oh no,
I'll
no,
send
I
you.
completely know that.
I'll send you a video that I took at the ALDS at the White Sox stadium compared to the reaction from the fans at Tennessee Titans, and you're gonna say the White Sox stadium was louder than the football stadium, and they hold how many more thousands of fans in that fucking stadium? I just don't biased, right? Because my team's I knew we were going to be out of this season from after week 6. So like football for me has just been enjoying watching, rookies come out of nowhere or just watching Joe Burrow, especially off the ACL tear.
Oh,
This
yeah.
team was not expected to win their division. And
No.
he is outright, and he's got a lot of swag. I mean, he won a national championship with LSU. The guy is just a born fucking winner. And I just don't see him going in there without taking people's heads off. And we could always talk about Ryan Tannehill and Derrick Henry and Brown and all this, but Brown's old. So it's like we could talk about the playoff experience.
AJ
We
Brown's
could talk
not
about
bad.
the stadium. He's old. He's
not
He
bad.
is
I
a
mean,
little
he's
older.
just-
He's not
No,
bad.
he's not
He's
bad.
already hit his
He's-
peak. He's hit his
Yeah,
They
peak.
do have a
100%.
shell of Julio though. Julio isn't Julio
It's
Jones.
passes. It's okay, yeah. But like we're gonna be able to sit there and analyze this game, and I just do not see the Tennessee Titans beating the Bengals. Now, if we talk about the following week, I don't know. I made my predictions. I say the Bengals are making the Super Bowl. That's a long stretch, but I think they're walking out of Nashville with a W, and Joey B's gonna walk out with those fucking sunglasses, sit in the press conference, and be like, "I fucking told you so."
That's a good point. And the fact that he has his LSU wide receiver, literally from college, won the
There's
national
no better
championship, and then
relationship.
Y'all
There's
are
no better
nubs for-
quarterback wide receiver relationship other than
Sam
any
knows
tight
what I'm
end.
about to say.
Granted, in the playoffs right now than fucking Gronkowski and Brady. Those two are
yeah,
very similar as far as knowing how to like. Dude, you're not like they a national title together. They're ready to go out there and fucking shut everybody up. And
Yep.
Chase hasn't caught a touchdown yet in the playoffs. I'm
and
telling
he's
you, just
pretty
wait.
much your offensive rookie of the year. Pretty much got it unlocked.
Forget about
So,
fucking Mixon,
they're gonna be
boys.
scary.
Mixon is still the Bengals running back. Like, just what, dude? They're gonna go in there and fucking tear that shit up.
Actually thinking about that, it is baffling how good their chemistry is for only playing together for 1 year.
I knew that was going to be said, even though they were college
No,
teammates.
no. I'm saying
But
like
it's still
the
national
chemistry of
championship.
No, I know. I thought
one
DJ
year
was
that they
going the
played
Ohio
together.
State route with that one.
Oh yeah.
Because the joke. Okay, it's factual regardless. Anyway, anybody
Every
wants to
time we
spin
talk
around.
about college football, full
It's not
circle
every
back to
time.
Ohio State.
it was the
number one.
no, but like honestly, that was the one dude that it was fucked when he left, just straight out.
Yeah.
Compared to like, because Ohio State thinks their depth chart for quarterback is deep as hell.
And they had another one leave this year.
That was a given though. He was going back to Texas without a doubt. There was
Yeah.
no way like that dude left high school early to come ride the bench behind CJ Stroud. He wasn't gonna play, no matter how good he was.
I can't remember his fucking name either. Dude
Uh,
rocked the mullet. I know that.
It's his last name's Ewers, but he was like the number one recruited quarterback out of high school.
And then
But
I
he's
think
going
Dude,
back
can
to
we-
Texas.
I have an idea. Can we do this? Can we give our? Let's go down the order, right? Let's start with Danny and then just downfall from there. Can we go with our NFL pick, whereas the divisional round to the championship round to the Super Bowl, and then make our Super Bowl picks, and then do like a dark horse pick where it's like all the underdogs are winning, or whoever like you want to see win but may not necessarily come out of that round, and then talk about a Super Bowl champion.
So we just go down the list on how it is on the showroom.
yeah. So what do y'all want to
Alright.
know? Like divisional round and shit?
Y'all gonna have
Yeah,
to
like
leave me
your
out of
picks
this
and
one.
how it's all gonna
I
play
don't pay
out,
attention
and
to
then a
the
dark
rest
horse
of these
pick.
teams.
Hold on, because I gotta find my notes. I have it in my notes where we made our Super
Oh
Bowl.
yeah,
picks
because we had
earlier
already
this
Oh,
done
year.
did we?
it from the beginning of the
Yeah,
year.
you don't remember that,
Oh
Sam?
fuck! Oh yeah, we did. I remember. I think I
Shit,
had
my list is probably way off.
Bills and somebody else. I can't remember. I think it was the Bills and the Bucks.
I mean, so far that's still
I
holding
think
up.
that was my pick.
Who has it? Do you have it, Danny? 'Cause
Yeah,
Sam
I got
had
it.
the- Sam
I
had
have
the
it,
Rookie of
yeah.
the Year candidates.
So for the AFC NFC Championship game, I had Tampa Bay versus Seattle. because I thought Russ was gonna come out slinging, and he did.
Oh yeah.
And then he just
I mean, yep.
Yeah, trust me, I know. I had Metcalf
Sam-
on my fantasy.
Sam has Tampa Bay versus Green Bay,
Oh,
That's still possible.
yeah.
That's
and
still
DJ has
possible, and
Green
probably
Bay,
likely.
San Francisco.
It's still possible.
AFC for me is fucking Buffalo, Kansas City.
Not
DJ
possible.
is Buffalo, Tennessee.
Still possible. All my
Sam
teams are still
is-
in.
Cleveland versus Kansas City. Wow.
Wait, what was Cleveland versus Kansas City?
That was your
The
AFC,
AFC
championship.
Championship
gotcha.
game.
So I still have all 4 teams in this.
I think all mine are dark horses.
Well, Sam, you have Tampa Bay versus Cleveland in the Super Bowl. DJ has Buffalo, San Francisco in the Super Bowl. I have Tampa Bay versus Kansas City in the Super Bowl.
So I got Cleveland going all the way with Tampa. I'll stick with it.
They're already out.
Cleveland.
You
Yeah,
can't change it now.
I don't have another
Sniff it,
choice. I'm staying with it.
It's like I'm sticking with this choice. No
Don't
matter
come
what.
back.
The team's gonna have a
AFC
COVID
NFC
protocol,
championship
and they're gonna
games.
call Cleveland to come play a game.
Who's next? Oh, Guinea and Booze. Who you got for AFC, NFC?
So am I doing my realistic picks, or am I
Yeah.
just giving you
Realistics.
Championship is gonna be Bengals, Packers.
AFC Championship?
I
That's
fucked up.
NFC,
I'm
isn't
my bad. I'm gonna go Bengals against the Bills.
It's gonna be a weird Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd be. I'd,
Which
like,
It's
I'd-
been
I
a
mean,
weird
I'd watch
football
it.
year.
Has been a very
I'd watch
weird
it
football
too. That'd be
year.
a good ass game.
That would be a good year.
Like, football's
Josh
been
Allen
all
versus
over
Joe
the
Burrow.
place.
a very
the
underdog
future.
heavy year.
If that ain't the fucking truth.
Buffalo's corners are fucking nasty.
Or is it Tre'Davious White?
Their
and
secondary, like their safeties are.
Jordan
Yeah.
Poyer, Michael
Yeah.
Hyde. Yeah, their secondary is disgusting.
Did you see the pregame fucking thing Michael Poyer did?
No.
Because
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess they played the Patriots, and he came out and he's like, "You see that?" Said, "Fucking end of a fucking dynasty." And I'd be damned
You
if
said that, Jordan Poyer?
yeah, he was like getting ready to hype the
Jesus.
team up, and he's like, "Fucking end of this fucking dynasty." He was going off, dude. I would have
Bills-
ran through a brick wall for that man that night.
The way
Bills
the
and
Bills
Packers is
offense
my
ran through
choice
Bill
for Super Bowl
Belichick's
this year.
defense was just absolutely insane. And I know they broke history, but like that's crazy.
Fox has
That's
got
crazy,
the Bills versus the Packers. Everyone pretty much had a different fucking choice.
Fuck Green Bay.
They own you. Shut up.
Fuck Green Bay.
No,
Discount.
yeah.
Okay,
You
Staker.
hear this bullshit, John? Or
Staker.
Johnny? What? Don't you say
Discount double
discount double check.
Fucking own you.
All right, boys. Any final notes for the podcast?
No,
Negative.
not really.
Negative?
We're gonna have to come back on here, all of us, and bullshit more with the sport talk, though. You know that shit can go on for hours.
Just a heads up. Anybody who is friends with me on Facebook, you've been noticing a trend with
Oh
what
my
I've been
God,
sharing.
dude.
Go Cowgirls!
It is not going to stop till I get every Cowboys fan
That's really
on my friends list to comment on one picture at
That's
least.
literally the only thing on my Facebook feed right now. Is just fucking
It's
Danny
literally
bashing the
Danny's-
Cowboys.
Danny's
and
cowboy
fucking
memes.
random
I'm
other
letting her fucking rip, dog.
Damn,
Nah, 'cause I heard
speak the rivalry back into existence.
I ain't talked a
so
lot of
much
shit throughout the year.
Talking this year, dog. Not even just from
Yeah.
Ryan, from other people I know, like on my Facebook, seeing it, and it just irked me because
You can't let a guy who drools while he talks.
Shit.
I didn't. All I'm saying is, like on
If he
Facebook,
ever watches it.
I see people.
Fuck.
It's on you. It's on you, bro. I watched Steven Smith's video of him coming back on TV today, and I about fucking died at work. Cause he just played the video of all the Cowboys fans crying, and he's just fucking letting fucking laughs out. Yeah, so those Cowboys memes are not gonna stop until every Cowboys fan on my friends list comments on the picture. Right now, we're at like 2 out of 20.
All right. Well, thank you for everybody that came and watched. Big shout out to Guinea and Booze Podcast on Instagram. Your boy,
Check him out.
Johnny Smokes. He's doing big things. Give him a follow. Make sure to keep up to date with his posts because you never know when he's going to have a podcast live.
Appreciate you guys.
Not a problem.
Yes,
Have a good
sir.
night.
Peace.